Why aren't men going to speed dating events?
So I'm hosting a speed dating event, and like 9 women have showed up and only 2 males. Why?
Welcome back, everyone. Today on Wild World Footage, we're looking at why men are refusing to go to speed dating events and women are completely losing their minds over it. Let's watch.
I am headed to a singles event at my church. Wasn't quite sure what to wear because I'm like, okay, like I'm at my church. So I got this little jumper. It's very, very, very simple, but I wanted to kind of dress it up a little bit. So I actually put on these Sam Edelman shoes. They're really cute and they're really comfortable. And then I got these 3 little bracelets to kind of dress up my arms a little bit.
I think she needs a bigger size.
And then we got this guy, which I think is gonna dress everything up. So let's go ahead and put this on. Okay, so now we are just a little bit, umped up. So I'm gonna go ahead and like, just do a little bit of this. Oh. So now we got the whole fit, cute, simple earrings. Oh, I'm missing the earring in the other room. Got this on, time to go. I'll let you know how it goes.
A few moments later.
So I just finished the speed dating at my church. Okay, so first of all, there were about, let's just say 80 women. I think there were 12 men. Okay. And one thing that happened was I'm sitting at this table full of women and then one guy, and it's like he's the prize. And I was like, my mind, I'm going, no. So I'm just gonna play on my phone. And if he wants to talk to me, he will. The guy starts talking to me, and when I'm explaining, he just completely forgets that I'm talking. And I was like, okay, no, this is not my guy. It's fine.
Daddy, chill.
So then they offered to do speed dating, 5 guys, 5 girls. And so I got up to do the 5 guys, and then one of the guys, he just talked about, I don't even know what was happening. I had to bring myself back because something was happening. Another guy heard what I did for work and started trying to get me to pitch him on who I am and how I can help him with his business. And I was like, I'm not here to pitch you. And he was like, oh yeah. So needless to say, it was not awesome, but I got a chance to just connect with people. I love connecting with people, and so I will continue going to different events. I will continue engaging in singles events at my church because 1, I can meet amazing people. 2, I can have great experiences, and it's just healthy for me to just get out there talking to men again. But today was no.
I think she hated the fact that she wasn't the prize. As soon as she said there's 12 women and 1 man at the table, she got on her phone because she did not want to put in the effort. And now she knows what men have to go through.
One time I showed up to a speed dating event that I had to apply for, interview for, and pay for. And 3 out of the 8 men at the event were randos that were pulled off the street that day.
So, I just left the speed dating event, and if you ever get the opportunity to go, don't do it. It's kind of like a science fair for the unloved. No one's there because shit's going really well. They're not. It's like a job fair. You're not there because you're killing it. I'm sorry, you're not.
Now, question to everyone watching. Would you ever attend a speed dating event or a singles event? I'm curious what everyone thinks. Let me know down below.
So I'm hosting a speed dating event, and like 9 women have showed up and only 2 males. Why? And like 7 males pay for tickets. So I don't know why. Why don't men come to speed dating events?
And now to answer the question, here is someone who used to organize these speed dating events. Watch.
I used to work speed dating events, and every single time they were a f***ing train wreck. I can tell you from first-hand experience, there's 2 types of people who go to speed dating, right? Those that go with their friends because they're like, oh my god, it's going to be so fun to like meet a bunch of random people. And then the other half of the equation, which is people who delight over the idea of someone sitting with them for 5 minutes and not being allowed to leave. Everybody underestimates how difficult it is to talk to a complete stranger for 5 minutes when you know nothing about them. So what do you do to break the ice? You start drinking a lot, and that mask starts to slip off really quickly. I had a person come up to me once and they were like, oh, we were actually texting on some like dating app a while back. And I was like, oh, really? Why are you bringing this up? I'm not part of the circle. I'm working, right? But I went back to the conversation because I wanted to see why I stopped talking to them. And then I remembered they were looking for someone to like And I was like, oh. Why you thought you were going to be able to find that at a speed dating tournament, I have no idea. Like, it's much better to go to an event where that kind of thing is encouraged. I don't know.
No wonder men are not going to these speed dating events. Could you imagine having to sit with 10 or 15 complete strangers for 5 minutes? That sounds like torture.
I've seen those videos where they pop the balloons and shit, like if they want to date somebody or whatever. Please, just look at this shit.
Like, ladies, how y'all feeling based on... But wait, the fuck? I know damn well y'all ain't just probably been on me just like that. All right, y'all need? It was like a rotation, bro.
Oh, god damn. Hell no. Ain't no way. See, no, I'm not even gonna volunteer to be on one of them shows. Cause ain't, bro, if I ever walked on stage and something like that happened and every woman popped her balloon, bro, I'm done with life. Now, y'all saw the ad at the beginning of the video. I found it on Twitter, so if y'all want to watch the full video, y'all can go to Twitter and find the video. But they said that he gave them bro vibes. They just didn't want to tell him they thought he was ugly as fuck.
And that's why men are not going to these speed dating events. The second they dress up, suddenly they all think they're Beyonce and need a 6'4" man who's at least making $100K a year.
Ain't no desirable man going to no speed dating event. I don't know who need to hear that, but before y'all keep wasting y'all money and time going to these speed dating events, don't do it if you expecting men that you would actually want to be there, because they're not. If there are any men there at all, they're definitely not going to be the type of man that you would want. They're going to be undesirable, but they won't be actual top tier, attractive men with things going for themselves.
You sure about that?
You know why? Because if a man is actually desirable, why would he need to come to a speed dating event? He wouldn't. Desirable men get women constantly, whether it's walking out the house, going to the store, going to the gym, going to school. They don't have a problem in the woman department. See, y'all having a problem in the men department, which is why you're at a speed dating event. But these men are not having an issue with women when they're desirable. They don't have a problem getting girls. You have a problem getting men. And that's something that you need to work on. But as far as going to these speed dating events and thinking that you're going to meet actual men that you would want, they're not going to be there. You'll be good if you even get any men there at all, even the ones that nobody wants.
This applies to both genders. If someone's going to these speed dating events, it often suggests they have failed at every other avenue of dating. And there's always a reason as to why people who are actively seeking relationships are single. And you don't want to pay $100 for a speed dating event to find out.
The guys have made it in, and they got to just pick wherever they wanted to sit and who they wanted to start dating. And I'm alone. So many girls. Well, I know we're all like... So the guys paid to be here. That's what's weird. And there's a lot more girls than guys. So that's weird. And it's not a situation of like where you date everyone and you just say yes or no or something. And then at the end, if you both said yes to each other, you hang out later. You ask to match right away. And you like give the person like your QR code. And then you just like basically ask to match with them. Like they were saying like, ladies, you should initiate, like, guys love when you initiate. I'm sorry, what?
Awkward.
And once you match with someone, you go next door and there's like an open bar and you all hang out. So they're like, we're really encouraging you to match. And I'm like, well, I'll match for an open bar, but I'm not gonna match, like, I don't know, it just like doesn't really make any fucking sense. But there's so many girls here, everyone's so pretty, but the vibes are a little weird.
The second a woman has to initiate anything in dating, they suddenly don't want to be the strong, independent woman they claim they are. Gotta love how their go-to activity is getting drunk after a failed dating attempt.
I don't know what it is about these speed dating events, but I keep seeing these videos of women speaking. I went to a speed dating event. There was no men there. I went to a singles event. There were no men there. Respectfully, haven't y'all been coming on this internet telling men that they need to stop dating and they need to leave women alone? Didn't y'all come on this internet and say it's all men till no men? Didn't y'all come on this internet and sit up here and say, well, if me and you make the same amount, I'm technically better than you in my mind as a woman, because why as a man don't you make more money than me? Got your ass. Even though that man is a direct reflection of you, the only difference is y'all gender. I already know some of you be like, well, you have a victim mentality. So then what's the difference when y'all came on this internet and say social media warped the mind of people in their bodies and said it was okay that a lot of women sat up there and started getting BBLs because they noticed that some women were getting attention by lustful, thirsty men online, and they sat up there and felt less than because of their natural body? Why wasn't that woman able to think the same way you want these men to think? Because there's a psychological effect some of you psych majors should know, right? I never took psych, but I understand if I go on this app every day and told I'm nothing, even though we make the same, that's going to play into my psyche. As I said, some of us men still know how to read y'all defense. It's not that hard, but isn't it funny? My fault. I should know better. It's just not the same.
Keep in mind, the same woman who a few months ago said they would rather be stuck with a bear in a forest are the same woman now going to speed dating events complaining no men are showing up.
What compliment do you think I hear the most?
You probably hear that you have a nice rack the most.
That's the first thing you think to compliment me about? It's okay. I'm so chill.
Why aren't men going to speed dating events? Why do I keep seeing this on my feed? Or what are we doing here? Are you kidding me? Of course we're not going to speed dating events. What is this, the 90s? We have the apps now. That is speed dating. What are you talking about? Why would we leave and go pay a cover charge somewhere when we could just sit on our couch and speed date the whole city?
Did I stutter?
And also, with the whole, charging the men and women get in free, look, that works for the clubs. I mean, I guess it used to. It did when I was going to clubs. Apparently that's a big problem now. I don't know. But that makes perfect sense because the ladies are gonna be there because they get in free. And sometimes they even get drink specials and all that shit. That makes the guys want to show up and pay the cover to be around them in person. The speed dating events, think about it, ladies. It's the club in reverse. Y'all all want to go to these and guys don't. So, do you see what I'm saying? Y'all should be the ones paying.
He has a better chance of catching Bigfoot than have a woman pay for a date night or speed dating event.
And going. And then entice the guys to just show up. It's the exact same thing, but in reverse. But also, every time I see one of you ladies on here, just these broads, they're all talking about, we go out of our way to set up these cute events and all this stuff. You lost us right there. We don't want to go to a cute event. We don't want to do a cute anything. We don't want it to have a theme.
What's your profanity?
We don't want any of that bullshit. It's dumb, and it's a big fat waste of time. What are you talking about? Cute. That's where you're losing it. You're planning these events for women, and that's why men aren't showing up, because it's not any fun. You want to meet dudes in public? Go to a sports bar. They're everywhere. Nobody has to pay a cover. They're already amped the up about a game. So their adrenaline's pumping. They're probably going to talk to you. They're probably going to buy you some drinks. If that's what you're into, go do that. Go actually meet people, not these weird, contrived, cute setups. And back to the apps with the, that's speed dating. That's information age speed dating. What a lot of y'all fail to realize, you get on these apps and you talk about this mythical male loneliness crisis. It doesn't exist. We're at the bar, hanging out with each other, watching the game, cheersing a beer, having an awesome time. You're the one hiding out on, at the house or going to weird, cute speed dating events. Of course you're not running into men. But the rest of us men that are out there, contrary to popular belief specifically on this app, is we're actually out there talking to women. And the young guys are slaying. They're having a great, they're just not talking to you because they're not at some weird, contrived, cute event. They're out in the world.
You guys better hit that subscribe button after I just did all that editing to take out all his curse words. But you know what? He is right. Speed dating events are set up the way women like it, not men. Then they wonder why only women attend speed dating events.
straight men in New York City do not exist. We just spent $1,200 on paid ads, got 0 registrations.
Damn.
If you're a girl that signed up for our league, which sold out in 24 hours for our speed dating cornhole leagues, we will find them, and we have been finding them through very arduous and painful methods of basically putting a bounty on single straight men of $50 per person. So if you're in New York City and know any single straight men that are 30-ish years old, 25 to 35, we'll pay you $50 per person that signs up. Just send a screenshot of their order confirmation to support@sillypickles.com. But like, if you're single and you're a girl in New York City, like, I don't know how you do it. And also, if you're a girl that signed up for our league, like, we will find them so that it's a 50-50 ratio, but it should not be this hard. Like, it's actually insane how much like time, energy, and resources we've spent on finding the men as opposed to the women. Oh, we made a TikTok and they're like quality women. Like, they are, oh, it's so fresh. Girls, my heart goes out to you. I'm so sorry. If you sign up for our league, we will find them.
And this is what years of feminism has done. They're now paying men to come to speed dating events, and they're still struggling to get them in.
They can't find men to come to this event. Then I started thinking about it, and I was like, I don't know.
First, let me say, you're going to look amazing in that dress, baby. That dress eats down. Unfortunately, though, you correct about men and speed dating. I did one speed dating event. I live in the Washington, D.C. area, and let's just say that the men who are at speed dating events are the men who have to be at speed dating events. So I would just say that, kind of take it with a grain of salt. If the marketing team and the event coordinators and planners and stuff, they're really advertising towards men and really marketing to them, then maybe there is a good chance they also might be offering them some discounts.
You got me.
Because $150 is a lot of money. And unfortunately, men don't feel the same pressure or the same like inclination to want to do singles mixers and speed dating events like that to meet a partner. They don't really do that until they have to do that, which means that they're divorced twice, got 7 kids, and ugly, and fat, and overweight, and in their 50s. Because that's who was at my speed dating event. Also, if you first of all, you paid $150, so your event needs to be real nice. I paid $20 for my ticket, and our host had talking points. So we each had like a little sheet, maybe like 5 questions or something like that, that when we got to a new person, we can kind of like ask them one of those talking point questions, to help facilitate conversation. And I'm pretty sure each of us had a different paper.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So when you meet a person, those 10 questions between the two of you that you guys can talk about and ask. I think we maybe had 2 or 3 minutes per person. If your event is going to be 50 people, like per like man, 50 men, 50 women, I doubt y'all are going to rotate through all 50 people, because that's a lot. 3 minutes with 50 people? I ain't no mathematician, but that's not a lot of time. So for our event, it was a venue. They had food and drink. And we did like icebreaker type of things. We did group and like team kind of things, so that we were all kind of mixing and mingling. And then it was kind of like sandwiched between the speed dating itself. And then we also did some type of little icebreaking. That's not icebreaking at that point. We did some type of little socially type of game thing after that. So it was real cool. Overall, I'll give my speed dating experience a 7 out of 10. The host was really good, really well organized. As far as meeting a match, didn't do that, but I did meet some really awesome women, some really cool girlfriends. We exchanged numbers and made plans to hang out afterwards. So I hope that you have a really great time. You're going to look amazing, but I would just like have fun with it. You're going to meet some interesting people for sure. But I wouldn't go into it with a really high expectation of like, oh, I'm going to meet my man. I mean, you can if you want to, but I think that would just be my advice, is not to do that, because you could end up like disappointed.
And that is it for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this segment as to why men are not showing up to speed dating or singles events. Please hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.